Tank is a different animal too. So it's a great fight. That's why everybody want to see it. We can't just look at it and say, oh, he gonna win, oh, he gonna win. No. We already know that Shakur gonna stay back. Tank gonna gamble some to get what he wants. And that's gonna make it big. Well, we're expecting Gervonta just continue to show us his dominance and show us who he really is. It's really a coming out part of the road, but we kind of haven't seen him a lot. So he gets to show people what he has too. And usually when you get two guys who are boxers amateurs, it's going to equate to a good fight for the first few rounds.
Roy Jones Jr. issued a strong warning to Gervonta Tank Davis's rivals, calling him a completely different breed of fighter.
Stevenson, maybe and possibly Devin Haney. How would you think those two fights will go for Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson?
The only fight I want to see right now would be Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson.
Why is that?
Because Shakur's still on the winning streak, and so is Gervonta. We don't want to see you fight a guy who lost already. Well, I mean, not that he lost, but we don't want to see you fight a guy we saw suffer whatever he suffered. We want to see you fight a guy that we know is at a peak. Devin Haney is now trying to refine himself. I don't want to see that fight. I want to see somebody that know where they at. Shakur know where he at.
When Roy Jones Jr. breaks down the Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis matchup, he doesn't dismiss Shakur's skills. He acknowledges his tactical brilliance and outstanding back foot game, but he's quick to warn that Davis is a different animal, a patient predator who waits for the perfect opening. Jones Jr. believes that if Shakur doesn't account for that patience, a knockout victory for Davis is absolutely possible.
People keep on saying that Shakur, his IQ in boxing, he's very tactical, his background could give problems to Tank Davis. Do you think that would be the key factor for Shakur Stevenson to beat Gervonta Davis?
Shakur Stevenson gonna be a problem for anybody because of that back foot game. He has an awesome back foot game. And when you got a good back foot game like that and you understand boxing like he understands it, he gonna make it rough for anybody. But Tank is a different animal too. So it's a great fight. That's why everybody wants to.
Meanwhile, during a recent interview, boxing legend Mike Tyson discussed a potential matchup involving elite lightweights Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Keyshawn Davis. He shared his thoughts on the possibilities.
Wow, that's tough. I see. That's tough. That's a tough one. All those guys are great.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Can Tank come back and fight a Shakur, Devin, or Keyshawn?
I think so. I think so.
Adding an interesting perspective, Showbiz the Adult pointed to the strong mutual respect between Davis and David-Benavidez, suggesting this new collaboration could be a strategic move to help Davis improve his activity and sharpen his counterpunching style.
Jose Benavidez Sr. to coach him for his next fight in the fall. And we're talking about October, September at the earliest. And it's official. He's going over to Jose Benavidez Sr., the father of Jose Benavidez Jr., and most notably, the father of David-Benavidez. Gervonta Tank Davis and David-Benavidez, they've shared their mutual respect for each other and admiration, honestly, during the press conferences of Davis versus Martin card.
This is a dream come true for me. I've always been wanting to fight on a card with Gervonta Davis, and now that we got it set up, this is going to be the biggest card of the year.
I won the David-Benavidez fight before, I think when he fought Caleb Plant. And at first I didn't know that, he was one of them guys. Till I actually, went to his fight and put the earphones on and, I was close up. So I'm definitely excited to be on a card with someone like him.
From a technical standpoint, Showbiz identified a key area for growth in the Davis-Benavidez partnership: Davis's historical lack of in-ring activity. As a low-volume, high-precision counterpuncher, Davis has often relied on waiting for his opponents to make mistakes.
So for me, you can't help but to expect the same thing out of Gervonta Tank Davis. Having great form, implementing it now, and working at a high speed? Oh, that's definitely Tank. But he doesn't implement that in the ring. According to CopyBox, Gervonta Tank Davis' lack of activity is historic. I mean, he is the lowest volume fighter in the world. And a lot has to do with his timing, his IQ, his precision, and his power. He throws something when he sees something, but it just so happens to make him a low activity fighter. And against Lamont Roach, I think that has something to do with the trouble Lamont Roach gave.
After a lively debate about who the best active fighter in the world is, Adrien Broner wasted no time making his opinion clear. As the conversation shifted to the current pound-for-pound landscape, he insisted that Gervonta Davis is the best fighter in the world today. If anyone disagrees, Broner believes they're simply not paying close enough attention to what Tank brings to the table.
Who's the best fighter in the world right now? That's active. Tank, I agree. I always say that. People argue with me. Why did you say Tank?
I'm going to try to say this without disrespect. Everything that them boys got, he got. He got.
Meanwhile, Greg Hackett believes the equation is simple. He's watched both fighters closely and knows exactly what Gervonta Davis's power can do to smaller opponents. As talk of a Pacquiao-Davis fight continues, he points out that while Pacquiao remains a world-class, fast, and awkward fighter who could challenge Davis, the risk of something going seriously wrong in the ring is simply too high. If that fight happens, the line between a competitive contest and a dangerous mismatch is extremely thin.
Because imagine if Tank go out there and have a hard time with Pacquiao, which could possibly happen. Pacquiao is a world-class athlete, you know what I'm saying? Strong guy, fast guy. He know what hard work look like. So imagine Tank Davis go out there and struggle with Pacquiao, which could possibly happen because Pacquiao throw awkward punches. He fast himself. He's not as fast as he once was, but he is fast. He is dangerous. He awkward. He throws punches backwards. You know what I'm saying? He could hurt you. So imagine something bad happen.
Speaking on the broader challenges facing boxing today, Greg highlighted the difficulties of matchmaking in the modern era, with fighters sometimes struggling to make the right decisions about their careers and opponent. If boxing leans too heavily into cross-sport spectacles, it risks weakening the very product that built its loyal fan base. For the sport, this isn't just about entertainment. It's about preserving the integrity of competition inside the ring.
What you pay attention to though, Mil, but do you see that that's happening at a younger age for these guys? And,
yes.
And it's harder to make the fights? You notice that?
Yes.
So if you pay attention to history, what do history tell you? We dealing with, this is a crash and burn era. If everybody talking about being retired by 32, we ain't gonna really be getting too many fights. It's a crash and burn.
Meanwhile, Tank Davis appears to be dealing with more controversy. Recently, a woman named Havana Saint filed a lawsuit against Tank Davis's close friend Adrien Broner, accusing him of sexual battery, assault, and defamation over a series of alleged incidents between June 2nd and June 8th, 2026. She claims he encouraged her to drink until she was unable to drive, then repeatedly pressured her into abusive situations. While discussing Tank Davis, boxing analyst Fannin connected a previous Davis tweet warning women about dating streamers to Broner's alleged behavior. Davis reportedly called out Broner and Dean the Great for how they treated women during a livestream in late May 2026, a warning that now appears eerily prophetic in light of the lawsuit.
Now, why am I saying that Gervonta Davis warned them? Because Gervonta Davis did. Gervonta Davis said in a tweet, hey girls, if your guy is a streamer, basically leave them alone because they want more attention. They want more attention than you do. And that's exactly what the problem with Adrien Broner is. Looking for attention, man. Doing things for attention.
Fannin, an international boxing channel, has closely followed the growing overlap between livestream culture and combat sports, particularly the recent legal troubles involving Adrien Broner. As the lawsuit against Broner and Dean the Great moves forward, he argues that these streamers deliberately create chaos for clicks and views. According to him, that approach has repeatedly escalated into volatile and legally troubling situations. When the pursuit of viral content replaces sound judgment, the consequences can extend far beyond the internet.
Like, what kind of behavior is that, man? And I can't, you know full well, dog, let me put it this way, that something like that could happen, right? Dean the Great, when they were talking about the lawsuit, say, that just kind of comes with it, right? Why would it come with it? Because you're constantly out there acting a buffoon, playing around, seeking attention. You're seeking attention. You're seeking attention in the stream and acting a fool in the stream, looking for the stupidest moments you can possibly get so you can get all this money, right? So that's exactly what Gervonta Davis said about it.
Now, Tank is no longer chasing Devin Haney or Keyshawn Davis, and both fighters have stopped pursuing him as well. Having shared the ring with some of the division's best and studied both men closely, Richardson Hitchins sees a fascinating matchup between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. As the fight moves closer to becoming reality, he believes Keyshawn is the naturally better fighter with more tools and predicts he would defeat Haney. If he's proven right, Haney's reputation as one of boxing's elite could take a significant hit.
I feel like it's a great fight. I feel like Keyshawn and Devin Haney is a great fight for the sport of boxing, and that's what it's about. You know, two young fighters going at it for a world championship. Devin Haney is already accomplished. He's already did a lot in the sport, so it's only right that he give a young guy like Keyshawn that's trying to come climb the ranks and make his mark in boxing an opportunity. And hopefully one day I get the opportunity to face any one of them guys. The respect really will come from fighting a guy like Devin Haney, but he has a fight with Devin Haney coming up, and he's able to take the belt from Devin Haney. He will be the guy to beat. So yeah. And you expect him to? I believe he'll beat Devin Haney. Why is that? I just feel like he's a better overall fighter than Devin Haney. I feel like he has more tools.
With his name continuing to circulate among the division's elite, Richardson Hitchins made his message crystal clear. He warned his opponents to be ready and made it known that he intends to challenge the biggest names in the division, including Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Keyshawn Davis.
147, be on the lookout. I want the Conor Benns, the Ryan Garcias, the Teofimo Lopez's, Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis. Line them, all them guys up. Richardson Hitchins is here. I'm not ducking no smoke, not hiding from no smoke. Let's make these fights happen.
Standing firmly in his son's corner, Bill Haney remains confident in Devin's level of competition and points to his history of facing champions as proof. He highlights the run of championship-caliber opponents Devin has already defeated, from George Kambosos Jr. to Vasily Lomachenko, a resume that speaks for itself. If that level of opposition still doesn't earn respect from critics, then the goalposts will continue to move no matter what Devin accomplishes.
We've been crossing continents. We've been doing it, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking forward to looking across from you and we getting it on. How about that? Let me ask Mill City, how many champions would this have been that Devin been in the ring with?
Champions? Damn.
Take a look at it. Take a look at it.
Can't. That's a lot. You got a lot there. 2 handfuls.
All right. Well, you know, for us, it's another day at the office.
Oh.
When the conversation shifted to Devin Haney's style, Bill Haney refused to let the criticism go unanswered. As Dorsey argued that Devin has an amateur style while pointing to Keyshawn Davis as an example of a successful professional with a pro style, Bill fired back by defending Devin's record as an undisputed world champion. If that level of achievement doesn't settle the debate, then the discussion is less about technique and more about moving the goalposts. For Devin, it's not just about style points. It's about results that speak louder than labels.
He has an amateur style, but he's also been successful on a pro level. I said Keyshawn has a pro style, and he was successful on the amateur and a pro level. You know, so
and you define success, and you define your success on a pro level by Moran track.
Well, he's a world champion. I don't care who wants to discredit it and devalue it.
While breaking down the social media confusion surrounding Keyshawn Davis, Blue addressed the misunderstanding surrounding his recent post. As fans and analysts tried to read between the lines, he clarified that Davis's message, "Frank, let's do it," was wrongly interpreted as a call-out to Frank Martin in an effort to avoid Devin Haney. If that narrative continues to spread, it could unfairly influence public perception of Davis's willingness to face elite competition.
So when Frank Martin signed, Keyshawn Davis went on social media and he says, as you see there, "Frank, let's do it," right? He said, "Let's do it, Frank. Let's make it happen." But people misunderstood what Keyshawn was saying. As you see, he says, let's make it happen, Frank. And people took that and said, now Keyshawn is ducking and running from Devin Haney fight, trying to fight Frank Martin. What they didn't pay attention to is what took place underneath the post.
Addressing the social media confusion that had fans and analysts buzzing, Blue set the record straight regarding Keyshawn Davis's recent post. What many interpreted as Keyshawn calling out Frank Martin for himself was actually something entirely different. In reality, Keyshawn was supporting a call-out made by his brother, Kelvin Davis, who is actively trying to secure a fight with Frank Martin. The vision, according to Keyshawn, is for that fight to take place on the undercard of his own bout against Devin Haney, creating a major event featuring both Davis brothers.
Keyshawn is speaking up on the post underneath, which is his brother, Kelvin Davis. Excuse me, I said Kelvin Martin. That's the basketball player. Kelvin Davis, Keyshawn's brother, is calling out Frank Martin, okay? And he's saying, let's make it happen, okay? Kelvin is 16 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 8 wins by way of knockout.
Breaking down the 140-pound title situation, Bernie the Boxer weighed in on the crossroads facing Devin Haney. As questions continue surrounding Haney's next move, he argued that Haney should vacate the title to remove both the obligation and the pressure of facing Keyshawn Davis. At the same time, he acknowledged the belt's value in terms of prestige, earning power, and overall aura. If Haney keeps the title and is forced into an unfavorable matchup, the championship could become more of a burden than a benefit. For Haney, this isn't just about a title. It's about whether the belt works for him or works against him.
Haney was pursuing on going to 144 pounds. I don't know what happened.
Well, I think that what he has to do is he has to drop that title, so he doesn't have that obligation of Keyshawn Davis, that burden of Keyshawn Davis. He has to drop that title. I wouldn't want to drop the title because the title, it helps you. It does help you. It helps your ego, it helps your pay grade, it just helps your aura, having the championship, and it's a well-deserved championship.
When discussing Devin Haney's next move in weight, the hosts made it clear they aren't convinced he should move up to 154 pounds. As talks of a move to junior middleweight continue, they believe 147 pounds is the better division for his current path. If Haney jumps to 154 too early, he could find himself at a physical disadvantage before having enough time to adjust.
Oh, we better stay away from 54. I don't have no belief in him at 54.
No belief.
No, not against the Bootses and the other kid. What's the kid's name? Fundora.
Josh Kelly.
Probably Josh Kelly. Now I ain't seen Josh Kelly. He's the weaker link. But far as Virgil Ortiz and the big three at 54, I don't give Devin Haney much of a chance, and I don't think he needs to. I think 47 is perfect for him.
Right.
I think 47 is perfect for him.
Regarding the status of Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney, boxing analyst Blue confirmed that both fighters remain in active negotiations, with the WBO officially ordering the fight and a purse bid scheduled for the coming Monday. He noted that things are moving toward a resolution one way or another. If the purse bid passes without an agreement, the fight could head to the bidding process and end up with a promoter neither fighter wants. For Haney, this isn't just a mandatory defense. It's an opportunity to prove that business won't prevent the biggest fights from happening.
They've been in negotiations. Keyshawn, Devin Haney goes by the mantra Debo Dev from the movie Friday with Ice Cube and Tiny Zeus Lister. The late, great Tiny, right? And so he's been going around saying he's looking for Debo Dev and got 2 bricks, etc., etc. We know the rest. So his manager, Jay Prince, to deter from Devin Haney pursuing his brother, Shakur Stevenson, Jay Prince petitioned the World Boxing Organization, better known as the WBO, to be the #1 contender and ultimately the mandatory challenger to fight Devin Haney.
As for what's next, Davis hasn't fought since his controversial draw with Lamont Roach Jr. in March 2025, and the road back has been anything but smooth. Legal issues have kept him out of the ring much longer than expected, and the WBA has since ordered him to defend his lightweight title against mandatory challenger Floyd Schofield. Nothing has been finalized yet, but one thing is certain: when Tank steps back into the ring, the entire division will be watching.